Hi everyone and welcome to 1/6 Figure Focus, and you're very welcome to episode number 12 of Visions, where every single episode I sit down with a different collector and discuss the past, the present and the future of their collecting journey. Now obviously I can't do this on my own because then I'd just be talking to myself, and sometimes that does actually happen, but it's much better when I'm talking to someone else. So this man, if I were to label him, if I were to call him something, I would say he's my favorite cam, and I like a lot of cams. One of my favorite cams, number 3, is CAMS Inc. If you don't know him, you should know him. He is an American-sponsored mountain bike, Red Bull-sponsored mountain bike professional. Number 2, James Cameron. Come on, he bought you Aliens, Terminator 1, Terminator 2, The Abyss, and then that blue film that I didn't quite like, but I thought he was great. My favorite CAMS collection. Here we go. Bring him in. What's up, man? You good?
What's going on, bro? Appreciate you having me, man. Thank you again.
You're a lot more chill than I am, bro.
Oh yeah, man. I'm pretty laid back for the most part, man. Yeah. I thought Cameron Diaz was gonna be in there somewhere. I thought Cameron Diaz, and I was like, oh man. I was like,
missed opportunity, man.
I know. It's
missed
all good.
opportunity.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and get your banner up here. So just in case you don't know who Cam is, you could follow him on Cam's Collection, no apostrophe. He doesn't collect, well, maybe he does collect sneakers, but that's the wrong YouTube channel. Nothing to do with Yu-Gi-Oh! Cam's Collection. You can follow him at Cams_collection, and obviously you can catch him on his own live streams, his own channel. And are you on TikTok as well?
I am on TikTok. I haven't uploaded videos in a little while, but I am on TikTok though. Yeah.
Gotcha. And do you want to plug that, or we just leave it? Or
yeah. I mean, yeah, they can check me out on my TikTok, Cam's Collection, also on TikTok. I drop a couple videos. They're mainly about having a wife and collecting, so they're pretty funny for the most part. Yeah.
Gotcha. I think collectors who have like partners or wives or girlfriends or husbands, that they'll absolutely relate. Oh
yeah,
we won it in a prize. That is the default answer.
There you go.
We won this one in a prize.
They gave it to me.
It's mad. They just give this stuff away, So man, I'm really happy that we're finally getting to do this, because I think everyone on Collectors Lounge we've had Liel, have yourself, got Lou, Ben the Attention Seeking Geek. I think actually myself and Rich are going to do this. And do you remember Alan, the 6 Scale Gallery?
Yeah, Gallery. Yeah.
He's going to be on during the week as well.
Cool. Great.
So, right, I suppose we'll address the chat and then we'll start working on the past. Figurassic Park. Honestly, if I ever do a live stream and Figurassic Park isn't here, I'm going to send out the search party. If you haven't, follow Figurassic Park on Instagram. He does some fantastic photography, very creative photography. So check him out on Instagram. We have Ryan McCarthy. We were chatting today on. I think he commented on one of my videos. I think it was the video about the sideshow. Did you get a chance to check that out?
Yeah, I did.
The really short one.
Yeah, no, I saw it. Yeah.
It's man, funny. I thought a lot of people would abuse me for it, but people seem to get the sense of humor. So
no. I think they always got it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So Ryan McCarthy says, long time no see. He was in the last stream. Kinky Sphincter. That's a funny username right there. Oliver Pilgrim is here. Eddie Rodriguez is here. Calvin Williams II. Excited for this live. Thank you. Julie, he is the Texas person, the Texas man. What up, Focus and Cam? How are you? Thanks for being here. Hit me right in the fields with collecting with a wife. Yeah. Well, then you'd enjoy Cam's TikTok. Hope you had a good dinner. Inhaled it. I absolutely inhaled it. Thank you, Mario. Mario hopped on the live stream very impromptu there a few minutes back. Skywalker, OAF Skywalker, happy to be here. Thank you. Luke Scottney 92, what's up? All good. With you all the way. Thank you, Figurassic Park, for the support. Collecting chats. What's up, everybody? What's up, Cam and Focus? Now, look, we're gonna. You know the drill, folks. This is episode number 12. I see a few familiar faces there. Just called Visions. It's about the collector's visions, but in order to get like the vision of where you want it to go, we need to discuss where it came from and where it is now. Essentially, this idea was birthed from that meme, how things started, how it's going. And every time you hear this, get my things queued up properly. I'm going to ask Cam a focus question. So, we're actually not going to start. We're going to go straight into it.
Oh my God.
Okay. straight off the start.
Okay.
You have used the internet today. I presume you follow some. You know the things that have been released and stuff like that, or announced.
Yeah, been announced. Yeah.
First of all, I'm going to ask you two questions. First one is going to be, what did you like that you saw today?
I think my favorite thing that I actually saw today was the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. But it was kind of funny because they were labeling it as the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, right? Like on the bottom of the base. So that was kind of throwing me off a bit. And I
didn't notice that.
Yeah, I saw it on there the other day. Well, when it dropped, somewhat. Well, I saw it last night, but then when I looked at it again this morning, I was like, oh, that's weird. But that was probably my favorite that actually dropped. Those speeders, the N1 speeder. That thing looked good, man. I don't collect Star Wars, but I was like, wow. I was like, man, whoever is getting this in their collection, especially with the engines that rotate and the lights, I was like, man, they are trying to get into some Jazz Inc. territory there, man, with all these features moving. I'm like, I know. That's the thing. They'll give us these videos, but sometimes they go to purgatory and then you never see them again. So that was probably my top two that I was excited about. But there was one that was in there that I was a little disappointed about, to be honest with you.
What was that?
That was the Mark 6, bro.
Can I tell you? Can I guess why?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead and guess why.
The same reason everyone else is disappointed. You wanted a 6 scale. And
I wanted a 6 scale, and I was so mad because I was like, all right, we got the Mark 5 suit up. We got the Mark 5 regular suit out of the briefcase. We got my man right here. And then we got the Mark 1 War Machine gearing come out. And then I was like, you gave me a quarter scale one that's gonna like mess up my. I just felt like it was just like it's like throwing a wrench, in things for me.
Do you know what, man? You've just been friend zoned.
100%. They just friend zoned the hell out of me. It's like I shot my shot, sent a message, and they were like, "You're cool and all, but
you've been friend zoned by the Mark 6, man.
100%, man.
Yeah, that was a strange one because I've made no secret that look, it's the one figure I'm gonna take that to the grave with me. Like, even if, God forbid, touch wood, there's a disaster and you lose everything, or I suppose you don't. God forbid I had to sell everything to fund, I don't know, an operation or something like that. God forbid, but it's the one figure I think. No, I'm gonna hang on to that one. I'd like to have just one remaining, But that so I've made no secret that if it gets reissued, I'm happy for the people. I'm not that type of collector. Like, I collect because it's an emotional connection more than anything.
Right.
But I saw that quarter scale and I was like, oh, that is a spanner in the works because that looks good. It's my favorite armor. It's my favorite armor.
Even the base looked good too, though, with the destroyed Hammer Tech drones. I was like,
Yeah. Is that what that was? I just saw a bunch of rocks, and collectors love rocks.
On the left-hand side, they do love rocks. So on the left-hand side was like a busted up Hammer Tech drone that was missing the I guess the remote control head. I guess a small little head that went on there. Yeah. So that was on there. I mean, it looked great. It looked great, especially with the battle damage on there. But I was just like, why is it so large? That's what she said. But you have the Mark 7, right? Or which one do you have in quarters? Is it 6?
Oh, okay, sorry. In quarter scale, my only quarter scale is the Mark 3.
Mark 3. Okay, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah. And I couldn't justify selling that because that's the one that started it all. That's the one that started the MCU.
Exactly.
So you have to respect the Mark 3, but my favorite armor is the Mark 6.
6, yeah.
And I'm a sucker for battle damage.
I know.
Right, so before we take a look at how it all started for you, so I'm really interested to find out how it started. I just want to see if I can address the chat. Just catch up on it more than anything. We all wanted the 1/6 scale. Come on, Hot Toys. Yeah, I think you're saying what everyone's thinking. Salt in an open wound. They do that. You know what? There hasn't been any announcements. Maybe they'll do maybe they'll announce it too.
You never know.
I think they will. This is coming from someone who has it right here. I still think they will reissue it. What's up, everyone? Judy, damn straight, still tipping on 4-4 wood grain and Griffin. I don't know what that means.
It's a Chop the Screwed song.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, it's from down south. But it's on a 4 scale, so like yeah, 4/4.
Right.
Okay.
So that's the reference. I get the reference quarter scale.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, 4. Cam, I just ordered Whiplash figure. Can I get your quick review? Go on. What you think?
Great figure. It does these little like joint pieces right here. They will come apart. Don't be afraid. The glue's just not meant to hold up, be honest with you. Maneuverability is a little bit limited. It kind of reminds me of how we're probably going to get with the Electro figure going to come out, but still a great figure. Love the sculpt. I do wish these lit up, but can't have it all. So great figure though. 100%. You got to get it before it's gone, honestly, because I don't know we're going to see that ever again, to be honest with you. So
yeah, probably not seen as it's kind of like a 2.0 really, isn't it? Like
yeah, this is the reissue here, so it's like how many times are they gonna do that, so
yeah, that is a fact. So I suppose we'll get started now. So just to clarify there, you the Toby was the one you gravitated towards.
Yeah. Out of the new releases that just came out like last night, this morning, that was probably the one I gravitated to the most. Definitely.
Gotcha. So the quarter scale one, Mark 6 irritated you a bit, and you liked the Starfighter too.
Yeah. I mean, because they all looked great. It was just the fact that it just wasn't the size that I wanted.
Yeah.
But I think it looked amazing. So whoever wants to get that in their collection, they do collect quarter scales. Is going to be a great piece whenever it drops, though. So yeah, it's exciting.
I think that's that was the whole. I wasn't supposed to stream before this one today, but the whole point was a lot of those things I saw, and I was like, yeah, but will we actually get them? Because I don't think we'll get the N1. I think it's just a showpiece. I don't think we'll get the 1989 Batwing. And I'd be skeptical about the quarter scale because they have a habit of showing quarter scales and not releasing them. They did it with the Mark II and the integrated spider suit.
Yeah, I'm even kind of suspicious about the Vulture still, to be honest with you. I know they did display that, but I'm like, is it really coming out?
Yeah.
Like
I do think they'll do that one.
They might, especially with all the competition that's been dropping it. I'm pretty sure they might like.
I think that one is coming. I think that's a relatively safe. If I was a betting man, and I am, I'd take odds on that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. There you go.
So basically, like this show works best if you're talking 75% of the time.
Okay, got you.
So no pressure. So I'm just gonna give you a few scaffold questions for this. Like, there's a few. You can take this whatever direction you want, but obviously I want to know how it started, and I'm sure the people in the chat, there's 22 people in the chat, and I'm sure they want to know how it started. So I want to know, like, what was your first 1/6 scale figure? Was it like a hot toy? Who did you buy it from? How did you react to the price? Did you think it was just going to be one and done, or did you know, this is the start or something? Did you collect anything at the time before that? Like, just walk us through. I want to hear that backstory. How did it start? What was the one that really got you started? What was it? You still have it? Who'd you buy it off? Talk to us.
So for me, I always like grew up loving comics, right? And there used to be this I guess like a comic book magazine called Wizards, right? And I would just go in there and I would like try to duplicate whatever the pictures were. So I became like a huge fan of Batman when I was younger, right? And then we got to the stage where we started seeing these movies start coming out, as far as like the DCEU, and then also the MCU start coming out. And I kind of gravitated away from Batman unless it wasn't animated, because the fact that the MCU just seemed more organized, like the story all correlated and made sense. Like I didn't have like 4 different Batmans. I mean, I didn't have like 4 different Iron Mans and like 6 different Captain Americas. It was like, okay, this is it. They like didn't just jump straight into the multiverse. It just made more sense to me. I was always a huge fan of the MCU. And then I think so COVID hit the end of 2019, 2020. I was working at a hotel, at the Watergate Hotel, and we stopped working there, obviously, and we just all jumped on unemployment during the time. And being at home, we just had I had nothing but time, honestly, nothing to do, and I had a lot of extra bread in my pocket, and I was like, oh man, I've been looking at this website for about 2 years now. And I never pulled the trigger on a figure because I couldn't justify to myself or my wife why this was a good purchase, I guess you could say. I mean, of course, it was something I liked, but I didn't know if I was gonna love it or not. So having a little extra money on me, I was like, let me look on the Facebook market to see if anybody's selling their figures. And during that time, it was a hard time for a lot of people. So of course, a lot of people were trying to get rid of whatever they could, whenever they could, so that they can just make ends meet. I met a guy out here in Sterling, Virginia, and during the time he was selling his Black Panther from Wakanda Forever, his Eric Killmonger. He was selling the Throne, Shuri, and also T'Chaka. And I was like, And I looked at the price, and he put it up for like, he put it up for 300, right? And I was like, hey man, I could do 220, you know? And he was like,
the wife says
that's what you got. If you say that in there,
it pulls at
people
the
like, they're like, oh, I know what that's like, you know? And you'd be like, fine, I'll get. And plus, he wasn't shipping it to me. I was just meeting him in the mall parking lot and picking it up. So, me and my wife and my kids got into the car. We all drove to Sterling, Virginia to pick it up. I paid the guys straight through Facebook, right in person. And I'm opening up this box to look at this figure. And honestly, in my head, I'm like, what am I actually looking for? You know what I'm saying? Because this being my first figure, I'm like, man, I really don't know what I know where the pieces are supposed to fit in the grooves inside the plastic in here. But I'm like, if some shit's missing, I don't have enough time to really like sift through this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
it's not like buying a car where it's like,
okay, start.
You'll check if anything's leaking underneath.
Yeah. I was like,
you get in, see what it feels. You check the mileage. Like,
I was like, if this dude is getting one over on me, he's got me at this point. This could be a Barbie underneath this helmet. I don't even know. So I got it. I took it home, and after that, all I kept thinking about after buying that first figure was, okay, what am I getting next? And that was it. And that was it, because it was like, oh man, I got him displayed over here on my desk. He looks really good. He looks a little lonely. I'm pretty sure he could, you know, there's some companion
man, you're
piece
cracking me up. Yeah.
And I was like, and in my head, I was like, this is how it started. And then I started searching online, and I kept looking for different figures. And then my wife came through the clutch again, and she was like, I really don't want to drive to North Carolina by myself. And I was like, well, I'm gonna just stay here. Like, I'm gonna just relax. She was like, I'll buy you a figure if you go with me. I was like, say no more.
Best
and then and so I ended up getting the Captain America Infinity War version. And then I found out that you could do this thing called pre-orders, right? The most dangerous thing you could ever do, everybody at home.
Dangerous.
Don't even, if you're a first-time collector, stay away from pre-orders, because I mean, during that time, things were dropping pretty fast, you know. But now it's a slow game now. You know, you got to think about and kind of manage your money a little better now. Before I knew it, I was like, oh man, I got 3 or 4 pre-orders on here. I came across a Facebook post the other day where I post, I think Loki, in-game Loki, still ain't came out. Mysterio as my pre-order, and then also Captain Marvel on my pre-orders. And I posted on the top of it, and I was like, hey everybody, my name is Cam, and I'm addicted to hot toys. Because at that point I was like, oh, I have an issue. And then I think after that, I had found a guy who was selling the Falcon from Captain America Winter Soldier, and then I ended up buying that online for like $300. And then this is where we are now. This is it, man. We are here now. So it's crazy. But it's
you're not even hiding it. You're like, yeah.
No. There's no need to hide it. It's relevant. So I mean, for me, it's like, I feel like it's a good outlet that it can be dangerous, but it's not as dangerous as other things that other people can do as well. You know what I'm saying?
You could be doing a lot worse.
Yeah, you could be doing a lot of bad things out here. So
everyone needs a hobby.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
multiple hobbies.
Exactly.
There's I heard this theory before, and I always liked it. It's just something that you hear these things, and you know you'll remember them until the rest of your life. It's like everyone needs a third place. Yeah. Because your first place is your family. Mm-hmm. You know, and at home with whether it's your wife and kids, or whether whoever it is, like, you know what I mean, or if you're not married, or you're not in a relationship, it's maybe it's your brothers or sisters, or whoever. It's your family, or maybe even like it's your family is just your friends, but it's your family. Your second place is your work life. But then everyone needs a third place. And so some people it's traveling, some people it's exercising, some people it's, having a few beers or whatever, like, within reason. But like, that's probably a terrible example. But everyone needs a hobby. Do you know what I mean? Like, so
right,
it's, and even it's, it's good to have, like, I think it's that third place. And I know for the third place, it's one hobby, and some people it's multiple hobbies. Like, but it's definitely
for sure.
You could be doing it a lot worse, but it's fun to make jokes as well. I like the way you came across with that.
Yeah.
So that's how you first started going to the meetings.
Yep, that's it. That's how I started going. I realized I had an issue at figure number 2, and I was like, you know what? Let me get help before it gets bad. It's still bad. So
your first, you bought it off. It was a Facebook Marketplace. You bought it through a person, in real time, basically. You didn't? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And was the second one your wife got you? But was that a pre-order, or was that through Marketplace or eBay? Or
that one was through Sideshow. So I bought that one through Sideshow because
gotcha.
Sideshow was the original place where honestly, it was the first website I knew that sold these figures. And then I don't think until like the past year I really started exploring these other sites that have like, and I'm like, man, there's better deals, because I'm always scared of like, oh man, I'm gonna buy from somebody and I'm gonna get like something from wish.com. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, oh man, I'm so, and
or it's like what people were doing back in eBay in the day. It was like, I'm showing my age, and I was like, PlayStation 2 box. And people were paying, like, people were going on paying it, and they were getting the box, or PlayStation 2, like, user manual. It's
like, you didn't read the description properly. I'd be like, you hustled me, dude.
That's like, a great hustle, though, in fairness.
Yeah, no,
I wrote it. It was tiny, but I wrote it. But we do not condone scamming people.
That's true.
Yeah. So, and when that was like, was the first one you got? The first one you got, was that actually T'Challa?
Yeah, it was T'Challa from the Black Panther movie.
With the UV lights effect and stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah.
And that was 2020, yeah?
Yep, beginning of 2020, yeah.
Cool, all right. So that's how it started, right? So that's the past then. It's good that's a nice punctuation point. So we've established how the addiction began. And now I'm just going to quickly address the chat. So we have... Save on Mason, the vulture's coming soon. It had its hands and accessories at its feet. That is a good observation.
Yeah,
that is a very good observation.
Really good.
Winman 42, another, like, this is like, this guy's OG here. He's always in the live streams, and I greatly appreciate it. Thule, I actually can't remember having a live stream the last few weeks without him here, from Texas, I believe. Philip the Fool. I was saying to Philip the Fool, I make that sound as if he was here, but I was saying through the screen that when I remember for like about 2-3 years, I was looking at live streams, and you'd always see like the OGs, like you'd see like Doc Smizzle, Bob Dylan, single songwriter. Philip the Fool was always there as well, or it's Popsick. But it was just it's nice when you're doing live streams and these people are turning up, or it's nice when anyone turns up.
Definitely.
Yes, you can. Fusion reactors lit mine up nicely. Dude has my whole collection lit up. Yeah.
He actually, Calvin Williams actually sent me a video of the guy who actually modified his, so he actually has like an LED light straight through.
Gotcha. That's deadly. Tyria, and again another regular. Hey, 16 figure folks and CAMS collection. In it for a great episode of Visions, very much appreciated. So far, enjoying it so good. It's a different buzz, isn't it? Like being one-to-one, like, because like I find like it's one thing doing a stream on your own, but I find like because you're talking so much, to take a drink or whatever.
I know,
And with two people, you get to know the personality, and hear their story more.
Right.
And then like. Like a big group, it's just really good fun. Like the banter is there, there's more energy. Like, so it's good in a different way.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry. Hey, Eddie Rodriguez. Not too much. The chats are having chats. My first Hot Toys was Yoda a few years ago. Was that Attack of the Clones, I presume? The Cam Wizard. A Wizard Mag was the bomb. Isn't it great when you say something you think people won't actually?
I know. I'd be like, nobody knows that I'm talking about. It's like,
Just relaxing to some live streams today. Blurred Dad Life, Faye Focus and Cam. How are you? 34 in the chat. Happy days. You're popular, Cam. People tuned in. They wanted to hear that voice. First Hot Toys I pre-ordered was supposed to be the only figure. Cool story. Yeah, we know that. We're here for you every step of the way. Carlito, hello everyone. Tremble Dust. I may get Vulture. Idea for Sinister 6 display. Popped into my head the other day. Hate when that happens. Yeah, your wallet's like,
yeah,
I sense a disturbance in the force. All right, good stuff. So I suppose now we're going to move on to the present. It seems to make sense. We've established how it started. We kind of want to see where it's going. I will ask you a few leading questions after this. So chat. Oh, what questions?
That one scared me. That one kind of scared me. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh,
it's to wake us all up.
It's like, whoa.
All right. I think everyone wants to know. I really want to know this. I'm actually really curious. First of all, your wife basically, not all heroes wear capes. Now you got a good one there. She seems like an absolute legend. So, she is actually like you were saying on Collector's Lounge that like she has said that she's going to get you 2 figures because obviously you must be like husband of the year. So have you came close to you were undecided in Collector's Lounge last week, but I think maybe the Devil's Workshop threw a spanner in the works there. Yeah. And then we were messaging earlier and you still hadn't fully got there. Are you getting closer, or do you have a short list? Do you have a short list basically?
Honestly, I've kind of narrowed it down.
Excellent. Tell us.
I really want that Taskmaster. I mean, it's not just the price, but I think the figure looks so good, even though the individual that's under the helmet is not the individual's body that was actually in the movie. I'm excited to get it because I really want to pair it up with that Black Widow.
And Brendan Riley hit the nail on the head with that. Mm-hmm. He got it, and he said, regardless of your thoughts on the figure, they nailed the screen accuracy, and I totally agree with him. Sorry,
yeah, definitely. No, definitely. Yeah, I agree as well. I think it's a great figure. I definitely want to add it to my collection, seeing as that I'm still trying to build up different figures that I have part of the MCU before I venture off into anything else. And then the other one that I actually still kind of want is the rescue figure. I like it. And honestly, I think more so Toys Wonderland's prices are kind of just like, they're just pulling me in. Okay. I know a lot of people have different mixed reviews about it, but I'm like, listen, if I can't find a lower price, I don't care what the experience was. Okay. Like, as long as they send it to me and it ain't in a million pieces.
Listen, we have bonded over this. I'll never endorse them. I will never say I love them. They are not perfect.
Right. Yeah,
but
not at all.
You strike while the iron's hot, and your figure actually gets to you, you'll save a lot of money.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And I think that's for any collector, I mean, some people, they really don't care about, how much it costs, or, they just get what they want. That's great. But not everybody lives that lifestyle as well. So for me, it's like, I'd rather get
and nor
what
should
I can afford more so.
Nor should you.
Know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Let's say hypothetically you're a millionaire, right? Just say hypothetically you're a millionaire,
right?
And you go into the shop to do your groceries. You're a millionaire. You can afford everything. Are you going to spend $50 on a loaf of bread?
That would be insane.
You're not. You're not going to spend $20 on a loaf of bread. Yeah. You're probably not going to spend $10 on a loaf of bread. You're going to pay the value that you think it's worth. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, exactly.
So it's, and then with these things, like, okay, $100 Trooper, it's definitely worth more than $100.
Yeah.
So if you can strike and get it there, and then flip it, if you want, I don't sell really, but like if in a few years' time you even get the retail back, which was like $220 or something like that, that's a win. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Just because people have money doesn't mean they should waste money. They should still seek out a deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think millionaires don't stay millionaires by spending all their money too. Yeah. Because it's they're using deals too. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That's how they.
Apparently, there's this like I don't know, is this even true? There's some like high statistic. I think maybe, I don't know, is this true or not? Where like a lot of millionaires actually drive second-hand cars, like, or something like that.
They,
Now, these mightn't be like multi-millionaires. These might be people
Yeah.
like have businesses or just just sold their factories, whatever. They might be just barely millionaires. But like, could happen. I don't think there's.
I think
you shouldn't waste money.
I think Bill Gates drives a Honda Accord. I'm almost positive he does.
What a
but
baller.
he's had it since. I think he said he's had it since college though. So he's like, why buy a new car when this one hasn't stopped working? So he's like, just because I have to buy it don't mean I should. So it's like, all right. Yeah,
part of it's like I'm admiring the kind of ethos. I'm not sure. Like, let's say that's true, right?
Right.
I'm not going to waste money. I'm not going to spend $50 on a loaf of bread.
Right.
But I'm getting a nice car.
Yeah, 100%. I'd be like, I think I could swing a couple hundred, you know, like let's get something.
I'd like it. Give me a Ford Mustang GT and my life be complete, like, you know.
Right. Oh yeah. That'd be great, man.
And then I could actually afford A, the fuel, and B, the insurance for a left-hand drive car over here, because you might even get insured on it because the steering wheel will be on the other side.
So is the insurance higher because the car?
Yeah, because
I didn't know that.
Like, we drive on the left here.
Right.
So our driver's side is on the right.
Right.
So it makes it obviously safer for overtaking and stuff like that. Or even if you're in a multi-story car park and you're trying to push the button, you wouldn't be able to do that in the other way. But the insurance would probably be higher because you're probably a bigger risk of crashing. I would imagine if you could even get insured in it. But Ford Mustang, just what a car! What a car!
Fire, man! Great choice.
Yeah, absolutely. Good choice. Yeah, I'm telling you. These days, I'll have a midlife crisis and I'll get one. Probably not though. So, really quickly before we go on to the present, I just want to very quickly, because I'll if I don't address the chat, I won't be able to get back where they are. I dabbled in Hot Toys. I love the way he says dabbled. Until I got my first die-cast Iron Man. I got the Mark 7. It was a wrap. Does that mean he went? You went straight out there? Like the Mark 7's fantastic. Like,
yeah.
First Hot Toys was Man of Steel, Superman. Good stuff.
It's a good one.
Taskmaster figure is great. A lot of support there for the Taskmaster figure. Cam Getter. Rescue, especially with the Toys 1 price. Yeah. He probably is a sleeper.
Yeah, I think so.
Female figure. Comes with a head sculpt too, yeah?
Yeah, like a partial head sculpt. So I thought that was cool.
They actually do those partial head sculpts really well.
No, they do.
Yeah. I see the Taskmaster in the same light as the Mandarin figure. The character wasn't 100%, will be expected, but Hot Toys nailed it. Yeah, they nailed that Mandarin, in fairness. Trevor Slattery. Pop Culture 202 shipped. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
It is pretty good. What was
it was close to that. I think it's 2 something though.
So were the Devil's Workshop pricing?
It was 175 at Devil's Workshop.
Oh wow! Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out.
202 shipped.
Yeah, that seems like the cheapest, honestly.
And that would be, I'd imagine their customer service is better.
I haven't bought from them. Yeah, you haven't used them either. I would guess.
I think they're Australian.
Good. Are they okay?
Yeah, I believe they're Australian. Yeah, because I always get confused between Pop Culture and Pop Collectibles, but yeah, I think they're Australian. So 220 shipped on Pop Culture for Rescue. So some are saying 202, some are saying 220. Loco, how are you doing, man? Loco says, "What's popping people?" and hit the like button. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
It's true. It's true.
Loco could be like the agent for all of the content creators promoting them.
Really, he does. He really does a great 100%. Job, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And if you haven't checked out Loco's episode of Vision, I think it was episode number 8. We did it about a week and a half ago. Just great crack, great guy. Yes, Pop Culture is a place to be shopping. Yeah, apparently it's getting a lot of
check it out,
positive feedback. Gold-plated Brett Young. What am I missing here? I don't know what that is.
Gold-plated Brett Young. I don't know.
I wonder, is it a car reference?
Maybe. Okay. Because
millionaires are also infamous for being bad tippers. Yeah, that's bad form, isn't it?
That sucks. That's terrible.
That's bad form. Come on. That's why billionaires at their status, they don't go nuts over cars. Yeah, probably. Maybe they have a lot of money, but they're not enjoying it.
Right.
That could be true. What's up, Focus? Loving the past, present, future. So thank you, Killer CAMS in the house. Mandarin from Iron Man 3, not Wenwu. Oh yeah. They did the Iron Man 3 one, didn't they? With the chair and stuff.
He's right.
Rescue was 241 before shipping. Yeah, it popped up again.
They changed. Yeah, it went back up. Yeah.
That's the thing, man. I mentioned that in my video. Like, there's deals to be had if you strike while the iron's hot. I did not strike at the weekend. The Mandalorian Scout Trooper and Speeder Bike was $229, and I had an $80 voucher. And even with the stupid shipping, I would have had it shipped for like €270, and it's like 600 in a shop in Dublin. So,
oh man.
But I didn't take my own advice, and I was a city boy, and I didn't.
Yeah, those I mean, because they go so fast on Toys Wonderland too. Like even just the deals, period. I think the last time we saw a deal like that was for the tumbler. Yeah, and it was like, sorry.
And the difference between this one is you could actually add these ones onto your cart, and it was like, oh yeah, it is a real thing, because I had added it to my cart.
Right.
I added the $229 Scout Trooper Mando to the cart. I applied the $80 discount code. The shipping is like, all right, this is a pretty good deal. I'll do this tomorrow. City boy. Can't win them all. But you're right. Yeah, it's the tumbler was good, but I don't know, man. I reckon that was.
Seems shiesty.
I saw it and I went straight away. And I was no, wasn't happy with that. No, but 1-6 shooter says. I picked up a couple of troopers from Toys Wonderland. You and the rest of us, my friend. You and the rest of us. Thank you very much. Absolutely right. Hope they get you.
Yeah.
That sounds ominous, but I actually do hope they get you.
Yeah.
Right. 37 in the chat. Thank you very much. Hit the like button. So Cam, you broke down like how it started. So we want to know how it's going. Just a few, like, you can take it any direction you want. Just a few maybe scaffold questions there. Do you know, like, how many 1/6 scale figures do you have? Do you have any statues? Do you have any interest in statues? Like, if you don't, no problem. Do you have any quarter scales at the moment? And like how are you displaying? Or like, again, we'll talk about how you would like to display your collection in the future part.
Right.
But like at the moment, what's your situation?
Right. So we live very close to the city, like 10 minutes away from Washington, D.C., an apartment in Alexandria. It's a 2-bedroom apartment, not super huge. I really don't have space to display everything. So I really keep a lot of my stuff boxed up in my closet, and I take it out to pose it and just to play with it, and then also do the reviews on them.
Of course, yeah.
I'm currently at about 14 figures right now. I don't have any on pre-order, but I mean, of course, there are several ones that I do want to get. But I guess that's more in the future, I guess you could say. But yeah, right now, I mean, I'm about halfway done with all my reviews on them. But yeah, I love my collection so far, man. I mean, I can't wait to get more. But right now, you know, I'm pretty much like stagnant right now, just to stay. And I just want to see what also releases too, you know, because I hate jumping the gun.
You say stagnant, but I say sustainable.
Yeah, that's honestly, that's a good word.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
sure.
Like, you can't have everything, and I don't want everything.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's only a matter of time before you if you start doing that, you start clicking those NRDs or throwing on multiple payment plans a month, and then you're like, even thinking about that, it's just stressful. Like,
it gets overwhelming for sure, because
slow and steady.
Then you got to think about, like, all right, I did an NRD and I did the payment plan, but man, did I accidentally put them on the same day? And then you turn around and you probably got like 5 coming out the same day. You got to flip it, push payments back,
and that defeats the purpose. Then you're playing financial, economic juggling. Like, that's not
right. Yeah. So instead of being ahead of things, you're trying to put out fires, you know, just to keep the figures that you have in your cart and stuff. And and now, like, the way they're looking at it, a lot of those NRDs are not gonna get returned unless you get stuff that is delayed. But they seem like they're starting to get back on track. So it's like, most likely you won't be getting those NRDs back at the end of the day. So,
and like 14 is like that's a fairly, that's, you know, I wouldn't consider that a small collection. That's kind of merging into a medium-sized collection. Because if you think about it, you can probably only see, okay, say from Rhodey here, that way. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. That's true.
So you can see, like, you know, Batman and Superman here. That's 2, and 3 here. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and you really can't see any more than that. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
I know that there's ones over here, but it's like 14's getting like you've moved out of the small territory and into like the medium size. Yeah, and that's, you know, it's so you must be thinking on your head. Now we're not going to delve into it until the future, but you must be thinking of like your ideal setup of how you would like to display things and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. We'll just hold that thought. I'm not going to ask you about it now.
Okay.
I just because I suspect that you have an idea. I want to concentrate into 14. So on your YouTube channel, you've done reviews already, correct?
Right. Yeah, I have.
And what are the ones that you've actually done review videos and uploaded?
So the ones I've done reviews for so far is Captain Marvel, the deluxe pack. I've also done the Hawkeye Ronin from Endgame. I've done the Captain America Infinity War. Let me see, what other ones have I done? Oh my gosh. I've done the Mysterio from Far From Home. And then also did Mysterio drones from Far From Home as well. And there's one more. Oh my god! Now my brain is really ticking. It's another Infinity War.
Did you mention Ronin already?
I did. I said the Ronin one already. God, dog.
Because remember the Ronin one going up, and was it Endgame cap?
I remember Thor. It was Thor from Infinity War is the other one I've done so far. So yeah, I've done about a total of 6 so far. I got another 8 to 9 to go. So just trying to do those, man.
And like, so the ones that you've mentioned so far. So obviously you have Electro, you have the Ronin, you have the Endgame cap, you have the Mysterio and the drones, you have the Infinity War Thor. What are the other ones that you haven't done yet?
So I haven't done the Vision from WandaVision.
That was probably your most recent one.
That was my most recent one. Yep. Gotcha. And then also the Mark 47 Iron Man, the reissue, and then also the Spider-Man upgraded suits from Far From Home.
Yeah, great.
Oh my gosh, which other ones? I feel like I'm forgetting some other ones too. It's like, is this my collection still? Like, like my brain's like going fried.
It's hard to think of.
Oh my gosh, I know. Jeez. Bucky. Bucky from
Infinity War.
Yeah. Infinity War Bucky.
Yeah.
I've got another Captain America 2012 that I got in there. And then I actually have a couple that are actually still coming in, really. I still have the Black Widow in game. I ended up picking that up. I didn't have a female character. Oh, well, except for Captain Marvel. But she's just like, I didn't really like her. I don't know.
Yeah. It's very strange. Like she I think she was in like 21 Jump Street, wasn't she? I believe she was in. I'm pretty sure she was in. Yeah, nearly 90% sure. And she was like a real fun kind of character. Like, and then like I saw her in Room, and I was like, man, this girl can act. This is dark. Like,
yeah.
And then it was just like the whole character. Maybe it's the way she portrayed it or the way it was written. Just felt really, really flat for me.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So yeah.
The thing about her character as well is that I keep seeing. I mean, I like Captain Marvel as a character, period. But I can't tell you how many different suits we keep seeing her in at this point. I'm not sure if you have you seen Miss Marvel at all, or did you watch the series?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen the last episode though.
Okay. All right.
So like, I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah. But like there was like a Disney snippet from a cruise line where you saw like a suit she was in there from like a trailer with Ant-Man and stuff. And then there was another one. Of course, she has a short hair, Carol Danvers version. And then we had
kind of sash and stuff.
Yeah, we had the black and green version. Never got released by Hot Toys, which was like her Kree version, I believe.
Yeah.
And then of course we have the deluxe pack with the leather jacket. That's pleather. Oh my god! Sorry.
New guest.
Oh, he's spazzing. He's spazzing right now.
It's all right. I'm just going to address the chat really quickly. So we have still considering Spider-Gwen, 1/6 shooter. can't figure out the Devil's Workshop shipping. Only lets me choose the expensive one. I'd email them, Ryan. Email them directly and say, "Hi, I want to give you my money, but I'm not willing to pay that shipping." And then see if they can give you another alternative. Might be one where it takes longer or something like that. But yeah, I can't say enough. But actually, contact them directly with their email is cs at customer service. Yeah, cs at toyswonderland.com. So customer services, just CS. You don't have to write customer services. CS at toyswonderland.com. And just call them on it. Say, look, I'm not paying that, but I want this figure. What's the cheaper shipping option? Why doesn't it let me do that? Or maybe they don't ship to your area. So at least if you contact them, you'll know. Got Hot Toys Finn and Riot Trooper set from Pop Culture 207. That is cheap.
Jesus.
Me too. Yeah, Riot Stormtrooper. Yeah, I remember on him. Me too. Had a not so pleasant experience with Arena Fett with them. Yeah, that Arena Fett is like, someone sent me a DM on Instagram and it was like they just showed me like their in hand Arena Fett. It was like, yeah, just got this today, $260, and I think they got it from Toys Buying Agent as soon as it was dropped, and then it shot up to 500 in Hong Kong, because apparently like China only got like 90 pieces or something like ridiculous like that. But so yeah, obviously Devil's Workshop just hiked up everything. I caved. Some TW deals are too good. I've gotten 3 figures from them so far with no issues. Yeah, it's yeah, look, strike while the iron's hot, hold your breath. Hope you get them. It's a great feeling, loving your collection. 100%, yeah, definitely. It's nice when you walk into the room and it's just like, turn on the lights and it's just like, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Bo-Katan has been delayed. Got an email from Sideshow. Acid for Blood, 15% coupon in the mail if you got from Sideshow. That was a hell of a deal. In fact, yeah, the Riot Trooper. I like Captain Marvel and Larson. Yeah, cool. Each to their own.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel's fantastic. Really want a Hot Toys version of her. Yeah, they tend not to make younger kids though. That's the only thing. Like maybe licensing issues or something like that.
Yeah.
So I definitely. So what were you saying?
Oh, I think you asked me about quarter scales or statues. I don't really have an interest in them, to be honest with you. I just thought about it.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Those prices are just way more than I want to explore. I'm not sure if it's sometime later on I'll be like, oh man, I gotta have these. But I feel like statues for me it's one moment, one pose, and it's like, okay, with these I can do a little bit more. I can recreate my own scenes and stuff. I can't really put a statue up against another statue and be like, they're fighting. You could tell, right? Like it's like he's like this, he's like this.
Faces,
I'm like,
planets.
They're not even looking at each other. So for me, that's like, I think that's as far as I'm gonna go. I'm a 6 scale guy. That's it, man. Yeah.
And you know what? It's simpler. It's cheaper. It's less space. You have a focus. You're staying in your lane. I'm all about that. Like I'll never get a statue. Like I'll say it straight out. I've said it in multiple streams before. People say that they're going to clip it and show it back to me if I ever do, but no, I won't get statues. I like the articulation and the kind of the variety, but like some of the statues, they're outrageously good. But yeah.
Oh no, they are. Yeah.
Not for me. Okay, it is that time again. So we're 2 focus questions in, 3 to go. I can't ask you that because you said you've nothing on pre-order currently. Wouldn't that be correct?
That's correct.
Okay. This could be a short one. Who is your go-to Hot Toys retailer out of the 14 figures that you have?
God.
Who did you use the most?
Who did I use the most? Oh, Sideshow. 100%.
Right.
Yep.
Gotcha.
100%.
I genuinely thought you were gonna say the Devil's Workshop.
Really?
I genuinely thought you were gonna say it.
Honestly, it might be now or in the future it will be probably, but and that's only because I really didn't know, or I didn't trust these other places.
Of course,
Sideshow, because it was like it's all I knew. It's like
I think even if we, I think if I was to add up like everything, no, if I was to include pre-orders and stuff, Sideshow wouldn't be the number one. But definitely starting off, like I had like 24 orders with them or something like that.
Yeah.
So there's 22 in hand. I'd say I'm 50-50 now because I merged into other companies. Like if you had like Sideshow, probably half the collection, then the other half is like we're way better value basically.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
The Snowspeeder Luke was one of my last pre-orders with Sideshow. It cost me, it's usually $40 to ship a standard 6-scale figure from Sideshow to Ireland. That was like 50, and then I got stung for a 90 euro customs charge, which it's never that big.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, I that's completely unsustainable. Like,
yeah,
and it's not, even if I had the money, like it's like it comes back to the value thing. I'm going to rephrase that. I do have the money to do that every so often, but it's not as in, I'm not saying like I'm not rich, but I appreciate the value of money, and like how hard it is, like you know, to come by money. So that's grand, like every now and then, but I'm like, I shouldn't even be doing that every now and then.
Right,
That's
you shouldn't even
ridiculous.
have to. It's like,
that's ridiculous.
Why I have to pay this? Yeah,
like they're expensive enough. Then you have the shipping, and that's the import charges. That's ridiculous. So
yeah,
I'm definitely going to concentrate on the likes of Lion Rock Toys, who basically the one time I got with them.
I've been trying to spread it around a bit. You know what I'm saying? Because like I was putting all my money into Sideshow, right? Points, they okay. You know, like I mean, you buy a figure, you get like $5, maybe if that. And I noticed I bought like 2 from Toys Wonderland, and I'm like, dude, I'm almost up to like $30-$40.
Yeah,
already, and I'm like, why? I mean, why am I going to these other places when, you know, there's more incentives? Though I think everybody's like, you know, customer service, and I'm like, listen, that's great, that's great and all, but I'm not gonna be on the phone with, you know, Toys Wonderland like, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all doing okay?
Yeah.
Good to talk to you. I'm like, no, send my stuff. You good? That's it. No problem.
I'm sure like Antoinette on Chat Show types in an emoji at the end of everything. Cool. You know what I mean? But does she give us $50 off? Like, you know, is there troopers for $100?
Right.
I don't know. And again, like, I won't ever like I won't even, I don't endorse them, but I'm not going to just trash them either. Like,
do these other companies actually have time limits on their points as well? Because I know Sideshow had just started that like 2 years ago. Or
I think they do, because I got an email from Toys Wonderland about 2 weeks ago saying, look, you have X amount of points. They're going to expire tomorrow or something. So I went down. I was like, right, see if there's something on my wish list that I haven't pre-ordered that I could pre-order and use these points.
Right.
But then I saw the option I could convert all my points to a voucher, and I got like an $80 voucher. I was like, man, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And I've already like tested it, and it, you know, added it to put something into the cart and then added it, and it works. So yeah, it's happy days. It does work. So
yeah, that's great, man.
So your Sideshow would be the one that you've ordered to, if you were to break it all down, the most then?
Yes.
And recently you've got a few figures with Toys Wonderland?
Yes, I have.
And how many figures have you ordered from Toys Wonderland and got them like that you were satisfied with? Like
2.
$2,000.
Yeah.
So and was that 2 for 2, or what was your experience like? Was it did you have to hound them to get them to ship that stuff?
I didn't have to email them anything. I literally paid, and then I waited about I thought it was going to be about 3 to 4 days is what it said on there, but it took about 5 to 7, I would say, which is that's not like I had to go hunt them down and be like, yo, where's my package at? Like it just showed up, and I was like, great. So it was the in-game Black Widow, and then Ant-Man.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because Ant-Man was a really low price. I think it's sold out now, matter of fact. But I was like, even with that little funky head on there, I was like, I like him. I'm gonna get him. So we'll see.
I'm telling you, that's gonna be like a future Grail, man. Everyone's gonna be looking
they're
after
gonna be like, where's that smile?
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, man.
Right, so we're gonna delve into the future then. So get the old future banner up. Right. So what I want to know is like, so you it's your vision, it's your future. You can outline it however you want. So these kind of like questions are just talking points, just to kind of get us started. Like, do you see yourself collecting in 5 years' time?
Yeah, of course. I'm definitely still going to be collecting. My collection is probably going to be a lot larger than what it is now. I can tell you which ones I've actually outlined that I feel like are must-haves, and they're all actually all Iron Mans.
Go through. Tell us.
Yeah.
Go on.
So I feel like the Mark 1, Mark 3. However, I'm gonna get that. Who knows? Mark 5, Mark 6. Please come out
quarter scale.
In a 6. Yep. No. Please no quarter scale. And then also a 50 and an 85. I'm still missing the 50 and the 85. I think the 50 has been sitting for a while too. So
there's deals to be had there.
Yeah. I know certain sites price hasn't moved, but certain sites are like, hey, we're trying to get it out. We got a lot more product coming in. I mean, I know I can't have every Iron Man. I would love to, but it's just there's no space for all those, you know, especially like the house party protocol.
Oh yeah,
Iron Man's. I mean, they look great, but it was like on screen for 2 minutes. So it's like, all right, well, if someone walked in my house and saw my collection, they'd be like, oh, there's a regular Iron Man. Why is he this color? You know, like I would get weird questions like that, and then I gotta go through and explain. And I'm like, no, I'd rather have stuff there that when people see it, they're like, oh, okay, I know exactly who this is. Yeah, I think that is probably the largest ones that I actually want, or that my must-haves in my collection. Because I think with Spider-Man, you can get any Spider-Man and people will recognize that, because I think everybody's really gone through and seen most of the movies, you know, for the most part. I know the suit. I think there's only so many Captain Americas you can have as well. I've already got 2, so it's like, all right, I think I'll just take a pause on that for a while.
Do you have Endgame and another one? Is it?
Yeah, and so one is Endgame, the other one is Infinity War. So I really don't have the one that has like the original last Captain America suit from the last final fight scene in Endgame. I've been debating on that one for a little bit, but let me see if the price goes down a little bit more before I shove the trigger on that one.
Sorry, you said you have 2 Captain Americas, no?
Yeah. So I got I'm sorry. Endgame 2012. Sorry, my fault. That was.
Oh yeah,
there you go. Yeah, because there was 2 different suits in the movie. Yeah,
I'm with you. Yeah.
So 2012, and then also Infinity War.
Gotcha. So you're talking about the traditional final, the Endgame with Mjolnir, the final suit one. That's the only one I have. I actually I think I'll stick with that. Like it's I'm just looking at there on the shelf. It just looks unreal. It's definitely good. It's a good call, definitely. So you do. What about 10 years? Do you think you still will be collecting in 10 years?
Yeah, I'll definitely still be collecting in 10 years. My the IPs will probably have changed. I can guarantee that. Because like the more I stream, but the more I'm out here like in the access of social media and a lot of folks.
Be honest,
the harder it is.
The more you hang around with Lael, that's what it is.
There you go. There you go. All right. I don't want to name drop, but the more I hang out with Lael, the closer I get to Star Wars, man. And it's like, I don't think it's, I wouldn't say 100% it's everybody influencing me, but it's kind of making me recollect and remember how much I actually do like Star Wars, you know, because it's like when you hang around certain people or you know, you have a certain group of friends, you tend to take on, you know, their facade or either like their likes or what, you know, what they believe sometimes too. And it's like the art of persuasion without them trying, if that makes any sense. So like I'm trying to stay true with the Marvel, but man, those Star Wars figures, dude, like especially that Obi-Wan, and if a Vader drops, I'm like, I mean, Vader's definitely gonna drop, but I'm like, oof, it's tough. Yeah,
I'm gonna address this because I understand. I know what went wrong here. So Tremble Dust said, had a recent issue with Toys Wonderland. They gave me 30k points, so it must be 30,000 points.
Yeah.
Because it was my birthday last week, had to email them to remind them, but they gave me points to me. They gave the points to me. I had over 60,000 points. Okay. Next part, converted the coupon, and it came out to $340, something like that. And I'm like, what? So I go to test the coupon, add accordingly, and the credit was $43. Okay. I know exactly what happened there. I had the same thing. So I had X amount of toys running out of points. I got an email saying your points are going to expire. Use them or lose them. So I went on. There was nothing I really wanted. I looked at my points section. There's an option to convert them to a voucher. So I converted everything I wanted into a voucher. The computer recognized, the website recognized I was in Ireland and our local currency is the euro. So when I converted the points, it was something like 540 Hong Kong dollars, but it recognized I was in Ireland and our currency is euro. So it says 540 and just puts the euro symbol. So it's an issue with their site. They're not necessarily, it's a site problem. It's their site, they should sort it. But what the computer is doing is it's recognizing your location and it's changing the symbol from Hong Kong dollars to euro, but it's not changing, it's not converting it. So I was thinking, nice one, where's that Tumblr? I went straight on Tumblr, converted it, but the same thing, it took off $80. Because I believe what's happening is, and then I went on, how I know this is the case is because I just used a converter and I converted like 540 Hong Kong dollars to dollars, and sure enough, it's around $80. So the computer is basically recognizing that you're in the States, and it's like that number that you see, 340, that's actually Hong Kong dollars. So I'm sure if you go to, I'll do it live here, maybe I'm wrong. I'm never wrong. No, I'm wrong. Definitely wrong. So if I go to Hong Kong dollars here, I could be wrong, could be way off on this. 340 done, and it comes out at for exactly $43. Exactly 43. You can't see it there, but you can do it there. It's $43. So what's happened there is, you've converted your points, your Toys One and N points, and it's giving you 340 Hong Kong dollars. But because you're probably in the States, it's computer's going, it's in the States, the local currency is dollar, but it's not converting it for you, which is silly. And it's confusing, but I had the same thing. I thought all my Christmases were coming together and I was getting a free tumbler, but still $80. Still $80. So in terms of like displaying them, how do you basically established you're in this for the long term. You seem very serious about it because you don't have any pre-orders, and I would personally think that's a good thing. That's a sign of someone who knows you know this is unsustainable if you pre-order dopo. I wear the shirts. Definitely. Ironically, I just want to support the 6-scale scavengers. Right. Yeah. So you've established, if I keep going NRD, pre-order, dopo, payment plan, you're not going to last. You're going to end up in a lot of trouble.
No.
So you see yourself in the game long term. What's your ideal display? Are you thinking custom made shelves? Are you thinking floating shelves? Are you thinking DTOFs? Are you thinking module case or custom module case? Or is there anything that you're like, this is what I want, or something that we haven't seen before? What's your ideal setup?
Yeah, for me, so I was thinking module cases, right? Because in the next year or so, we plan on moving, having a house. I'm thinking basement area is gonna be my area. That's it.
That's your zone of terror.
That's my zone. Don't come down here. So everybody's gonna be down there. That's the crazy part. So yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have my own little space, my corner, big TV on the wall, have some figures outlining the TV as well as top shelves as well. But I do want to do I'm not sure if I want to do module cases though. They just seem too tight. Does that make sense? It just seems like my figure can't breathe for some reason.
Right.
So
you should check out Mario's display, because he's module cases, and in the background he the way he spaces them, like he says, gives him room to breathe. He has like a row at the front, a row at the back. Okay. The row at the back is staggered, and I think they're elevated as very nice, very classy looking. Yeah, you maybe take a look at some of the live stream he's on and look in the background.
Yeah. I was thinking about the what do they call it? The other shelving from IKEA's. It's like the ones you have in the back. The
DTOFs?
Yeah, DTOFs. I mean, but now we're looking at prices of DTOFs are going up slowly but surely. So I'm like, oh man, like, do I want to get them now, store them, and then break them out when I want to go ahead and start, displaying things whenever we end up moving and stuff. So that's something to think about, is like a future purchase for the future, as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I would display them all right in that little section right down there, where I could do all my live streams and everything too. Because like this is like my setup. It's like boom, one at a time, you know.
Yeah,
And I want something behind. It's like this Great Wall's cool and all, but like, you know.
Man, the Guns N' Roses is selling it for me anyway.
Oh yeah, that's it, man.
It's
got to have a cool T-shirt if the background's trash. Yeah. So it's like, so yeah, man. I think that's probably the future of it for sure. I definitely, like I said, I want to expand, and I want to get, I think more figures that I really want before I venture off into other IPs. But it's really hard just staying in the exact same IP, especially with all these great.
You're doing a good job though. Like, I mean, you haven't been enabling the Star Wars thing, and
it's been tough.
Yeah.
Even watching the figures for in art, man, like those things look good. I mean, the prices are like, oh, okay. But, yeah, I'm like, oh, what y'all doing over there? Okay, y'all see to get the memo. But yeah, I mean, their figures look great. They've got like a really bright future ahead as well. So, I mean, competition is great. I'm super excited about the future of collecting. Because like I see all the head sculpts were prior, maybe about 10, 11 years ago. They weren't that great, you know, and I feel like we're getting these updated versions, and a lot of people are like, we're getting the best of collecting right now. Yeah. I feel like, you know, and I'm excited. So I'm glad to be in it right now.
It's like if you've, like I said earlier on before we came live, it's like you have, you know, an NFL team, a soccer team, or a basketball team, two players in the same team playing in the same position.
Yeah.
That's, you know, if week on, week off, the coach is picking one week, one the other week, and they're going to work harder and harder and harder in their training and their games and everything. And so it's, competition is 100% definitely good for us. It's that time again. So I think this is number 4.
Yeah, number 4.
So, okay, what's one figure Hot Toys have made before?
Okay.
That you don't own, but you don't think will ever be reissued. So they've definitely made it before.
Oh yeah.
And you want it, but you don't think it's going to be reissued.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 Yondu.
Yeah, it's kind
of like the, it's like never gonna see that again. Oh my god.
Good. In that case, yeah, you nailed that. All right. In that case, I'm going to finish up with this. What are your 3 fire figures?
3 fire
Touch
figures.
wood. Wow. This never happens, but if your house goes on fire and thankfully everyone is safe outside, you know, like your wife.
Come on, ladies, like let's
children, pets, everything. Everyone's safe. You're safe. You've time to safety grab. It's totally unrealistic, but just humor me. You can grab 3 1/6 scale figures, and that's it. What are your 3 fire figures?
Figures I own, right? Like the ones I have.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
Don't change the rules.
Not imaginary ones. So Mysterio, he's got to come with me. That's a great figure. Oh man, that's super tough. I like that Ant-Man. I would take the Ant-Man with me too, and then I would also take the Mark 47 as well. Those
Mark 47's a great.
Yeah, it's a great figure.
It's so unique as well.
And was it reissued twice or once? I think
once.
Okay, yeah.
The Mark 47, and you said the Ant-Man and what else?
And the Mysterio figure.
Mysterio,
yeah,
fantastic. Yeah,
it's a great figure.
And like you're a big fan of the Ant-Man, even with the head sculpt. That's like
even with the head sculpt trash, man. It looks so cool, man. I think the suit detailing is really great. It's a 24 point as far as like maneuverability, and it's just not one of those stiff figures. You can literally put it in any position, and it looks good, honestly. And then the helmet, actually, the eyes that light up, looks great.
Cool.
Yeah,
good stuff. So obviously, thanks very much for coming on. Thanks to everyone in the chat. And what's coming up on your channel besides the fact that I'll see you again on Collector's Lounge?
Yeah, I'll see you in like day and a half. I'll see you, right? Great, man. So I am going to drop a new video next week. It's going to be collectibles and cocktails. It'll be my very first episode, and we're actually going to make our drink called the Blue Milk Cooler, which is the alcoholic version of Bantha Milk. And then we're going to do a non-alcoholic version, which is just blue milk, Bantha Milk. And I'm going to go ahead and put down the recipe for everybody so you can go ahead and make it at home. Yeah, man. But that's it for me, bro. Dropping new content this week. We get some new releases. Probably not till next week. I'll be doing another episode of the new episode number 8.
Good stuff, man. You built out a few episodes there with episode number 8.
Yeah,
you started that recently, and you're already there.
I know. Well, the releases have been going crazy. Oh well, announcements
yeah, that is
more
true,
so,
man.
So I'm like, oh, it's giving me stuff to do.
That is absolutely true. I'm just going to really quickly fly through this. So, just going to go through. So, yeah. So, according to data analysis on the channel, I just did this today. So, this is up to date for the lifetimes for all the watch time in the channel. I'm very happy with this. 56% are subscribed, 44% aren't. If there's anyone in chat who hasn't clicked the subscribe button, please do so. Also, if you want to hit the bell notification and set to all, you'll never miss a video. So on the channel at the moment, the 5 best head sculpts. These are the 5 best head sculpts currently in hand in my collection. Then there was the 5 best head sculpts in general. No, Tony Stank did not make the top 5. This is my experience with Sideshow. I'm not trashing them. I'm not roasting them. I'm not endorsing them either. Just an honest account, a balanced kind of objective account of my experiences so far, pros and cons. It's try to be as balanced as I possibly can. This is my reaction to what happened yesterday. This is just for fun. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It'll take you a minute and a half. You won't be disappointed, or maybe you will. I think that's pretty much the new ones. If you haven't subscribed to the 1/6 Figure Focus channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Check out some of the content. If it's for you, like and subscribe. If it's not, don't like or don't subscribe. Sorry, I dropped the can up by accident. That was the wrong button. Sorry. And please, could you go over? There's 33 of you now. If you haven't subscribed to CAMS Collection, we're in Collector's Lounge together. So myself, Lael, Cam, and Ben. But can you go over to CAMS Collection after this? It'll take you 2 seconds. Check out his content and subscribe. You're at 250.
I'm only at 203 right now. 203.
But like, I presume the next logical goal is 250.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
so
250 is
folks,
next goal.
You know what to do. Thanks very much for joining the chat. Thanks very much for engaging, and obviously massive thanks to Cam for joining us. And I'd see you probably best of the best later on tonight. I'm gonna go chill for a while. Cam, it's been an absolute pleasure. And anything else you want to add, or you good?
Keep getting those figures, everybody. Let's go. Appreciate it, bro.
See you, folks.